Good morning once more to my channel, to my YouTube channel. And this is the channel of the inconsistent YouTuber. Today I wanted you guys to remember me and to see what my morning routine entails. I have done a lot of new things that I've not been able to put online for some reasons I can't really say here. But that notwithstanding, I want to show you what I have been doing lately. So let us go on to business. As you guys can see here, we have some new flock of chicks that I put about 4 days ago, and because of space, I've just kept them here temporarily because I am preparing to fix a second floor here where I'm going to transfer them. What I learned from other YouTubers is that you don't put your new set of chicks together with the old chicks. So guys, this is what I'm working on, and this is my morning routine. I will show you these are the old flocks that I have separated. You look how big they are. They are even laying eggs there, as you can see. And I will be asking some questions from other YouTubers to help me because these eggs were supposed to be more than this in number, but because of the fact that they are picking and eating the eggs, I decided to collect the eggs because it is preferable for me to have eggs for consumption than to keep them and be waiting for them to hatch. Meanwhile, the fowls themselves are consuming it, and it is a vice that is difficult to control. I have even debunked some of the hens that I suspected them being responsible for destroying the eggs and eating them up. Yet the solution is still not there because I still see eggs that have been crushed and sucked up by the fowls, the birds. This is part of the birds, the adult flock, and these are the other adult flocks here. Let me open the door so that you guys can see. These are the other adult flocks here. This girl right here is the main person responsible for egg consumption. So if you look here, you will notice that there's even no egg, none. And guys, I have one worry too. If somebody can help me out, if you can see that little chick there, that one there, can you imagine that that chick was hatched right here in this coop, given birth to in this coop? But the thing is, the mother hen was actually lying on about 14 eggs, but just to hatch that single chick. So it was a great loss, but we learn from our mistakes. So if someone knows what I can do, let you just leave it in the comment section, because I'm thinking about buying an incubator where I will incubate the eggs myself. So now let me just pause this video for now, and then you will see what exactly I do in the morning. I will show you in a moment. Hang on please. Now guys, this is what my morning routine entails. As you can see, I've just fetched a bucket of water here, clean water, portable water. And now I am going to bring out the drinkers, and this is where I do the cleaning of the drinkers. This is the drinker of the small chicks here. Bringing out the drinkers. This is the second drinker here. and this is the third drinker. So I'll proceed by washing the drinkers, and it is very necessary to do this because our birds need fresh water every morning. So this is how I do it. This is basically what I do every morning. Usually I do it much earlier than this, but as you know, tomorrow is yesterday was the youth day of in the country, and because of that I had to stay out late, a little bit longer and late in the night, because if you can notice here, the water that is here is yellowish in color. This is because I added vitamin into it yesterday, and antibiotics and anti-cocci, that is a medication against coccidiosis. Because from time to time you have to do this, in order to make your chicks stay healthy. So I will not be discarding this medication completely now. I will just have to clean the containers and then let them continue drinking it, because it is still fresh as from yesterday. But if by tomorrow the medication is not completely consumed, I will have to discard it and mix another dose. And here we mix a small quantity in 10 liters of water. That is what we do here. I don't know how it is done in your place. And if there are some tips that you can add in order to make me grow in my business, please don't hesitate. Just bring them forward. I will be very, very grateful and highly appreciate, because as you know, we learn in this thing on a daily basis. None is perfect. You have to make sure everything that you give to your birds is perfectly clean, in a state where you yourself can consume. I'm trying to filter it because there are some traces of wood shaving that fell into it from the coop, and I will spread it all over so that I'll try to share that same quantity to the three coops so that they can consume it. It's going to go a long way to boost their health. The antibiotics and the anti-cocci are preventive measures. They are not actually sick. I just give them from time to time, and then the vitamin is to boost their eating appetite. It's like an appetizer. Let me call it that way. Let me put it that way. This thing keeps retaining dirt. Now, remember, if you are new in this channel, remember to subscribe and hit the notification button so that whenever I upload a video, you'll be the first to watch. One thing I want to tell you, if you are new and you are learning to become a poultry farmer, whenever you plan to give medication to your birds, you have to stop them from getting access to water for some hours. This will make them rush to drink the medication and immediately you serve it to them. and make sure you give them minimum as possible, because if you put it so much, they will not be able to finish it, and you'll be losing money by so doing, and the treatment will not go through. And that is the error that I made yesterday, because I was in a rush going to somewhere, and I don't know what happened. I had to mix a larger quantity, so that is what happened. That notwithstanding, if you are new and you want to become a poultry farmer, it will be best you mix in smaller quantities and give them to the birds continually for minimum of 3 days. And from time to time, you have to give them this medication. It is necessary. So now I'm going to go and install back the drinkers. I've already fed the birds in the morning. Sorry, that part is not included in this video, but you know, feeding the birds is not a great deal. So I'm going to give the drinkers back to them. I'll bring it a little bit closer. I guess whether that water is going to stand. If it stands, I don't know whether you can see anything here from here, but no. Let me adjust it so that it can. Yeah, much better. Another thing that I've learned is the fact that another good thing that I've learned is the fact that, especially with the small chicks, the least distraction, the least thing that can produce noise is a big distraction and a stress factor for them. They will run helter-skelter, and they can even kill each other when they hear an unexpected sound. So watch out so to avoid anything that can provoke them to start running or to be stressed. And in a case where you cannot avoid the stress, give them anti-stress medication as well. You can lack feed to give your birds for up to a day, but water should never lack in the coop. It should never lack. Just make this a duty. Please forgive me for just standing. There was a chick that from my last flock set of chicks, the one that I showed you before, the 21-day-old chicks, that because of my dog ran into the coop and put a lot of confusion. So they fortunately for me, there were some bags of fertilizer, that is their waste, that I've packed there. So it had some small holes where one of the chick disappeared into it. I've been looking for that chick for days. I had already given up that it is gone, that maybe it left the coop and went out of the yard. But today in the morning, out of curiosity, I saw the beak of that chick showing up. So I had to release it from that place, because it is as if, since it had to stay for some days without joining the crew, it is scared of being pecked upon. So I removed it and added her to the coop. So she is struggling to eat, maybe her first meal for about 3 days now. So I'm trying to watch it closely so that it eats and drinks as well, because you can notice that even the other chicks that were delivered to me together with that particular one have changed compared to this one. So these are the small things that you have to know when you are a poultry farmer. You don't just come to the coop and do the morning routine without observing, because observation is the key. Observe and do it at least 3 times a day, morning, afternoon and evenings, because a few days ago I was here in the morning, everything was fine. I was here in the afternoon, everything was fine, but in the evening I was almost thinking that I was saying, I'm tired, I'm not coming yet, but something said, even if it's just to come and glance. And like arriving here, one of the big hen was dead. I don't know whether it was some fighting or it was a health related issue, but whatever, it was already dead. So that is why you see I've started with anti cocci, which is against coccidiosis, but I'm not seeing signs of coccidiosis in the coop. The litter is dry and there is nothing to be scared of. I think it was some sort of fighting that caused the death, but for preventive measures I decided to deworm the beds with purple leaves, and then now I am on antibiotics and anti-cocci and vitamins so that I can boost them again to start eating. They are producing me eggs, but my worry is this: they are not leaving the eggs to hatch. Some of them are just out to destroy the eggs and eat the eggs. So I've been thinking that I will buy an incubator so that immediately they lay, I'll incubate them myself. In that way I will be able to know which of the hens that are destroying the eggs, and I can work on that. Everything has a solution. The beginning of everything is always tough and maybe frustrating, but the end result is what matters. This hen, and you know the funny thing is that she doesn't lay anything. She has not started laying, and this is a flock. That is a flock that came in, and all of them are laying except that particular hen. Isn't it funny? But she's out to destroy all the eggs that are being laid by other hens. So I was thinking that maybe I should just use it for some stew, but at the same time, the particular seed, she is very bulky. The seed is a seed to conserve. What do you think, guys? Leave your answers at the comment section. Let me know what is best. Should I use it for a stew, or should I find an alternative solution? But anyway, leave the answers and I'll work on them, because I'm thinking that shortly from now I'll have to move them to a bigger space where they can actually scratch the yard themselves and find food, even though I'll still be supplementing their feed. That is that for now. What have I not done? I've given them the food, I've washed their drinkers, and I've supplied it back to them. So guys, let us say bye to the chicks. This is the guy I'm talking about. This guy, let me open the coop so you can actually see what I'm. Look at this. This is a breed to be kept, but it has one vice which is really disturbing me. Destroying and eating of eggs is the vice that I don't want. And these are the other ones. I lost one of the hens, the big hens, but that is how it is. Then these are the other ones here. These are the ones that I do well. I think I've gathered more than 30 eggs here. This one is actually laying. This hen that's standing here is actually laying, but because some of her colleagues don't want her to hatch and they are destroying the eggs, I've decided to collect all of the eggs except that one that is lying right there, and I've said I will just leave that one and see whether I can get more, especially when I come to the coop and find out that the hen is laying in the laying net. It pleases me, but when they just lay everywhere around the coop, I don't really admire it because it becomes exposed and you don't know which hen is pecking on the eggs and destroying it and drinking. So you can see that is the drinker with the medication. Someone will see the stones that I kept on the drinker here and ask questions. The reason is that they perch on these drinkers, and by so doing, their excrement goes into their water, and you know what is the result when they have to consume water that has already been infected with excrement. It leads to coccidiosis. Now we can say bye to these ones. Let me close. I am very local here. I make everything by myself. As you can see, it is not any rocket science. That is the cover. That is the cover. That is the coop there. You see, my coop is very local. Now let us get to these young guys, the guys that are just about 5 days old here. Now you can see there are 10 of them, and they have this attitude. When you just come close to them, they cluster to an angle all by themselves. This is their feeding tray here. What has fallen? That is this here. There's a leaf. It's a feeding tray. It is standing on something. That is their drinker. Just put a little. The water is not much, but this is because it is medicated, and I want them to consume all the medicine. So guys, help me to resolve those issues that I've highlighted. The egg issue that is disappearing, and it was the egg issue that is disappearing, and whether we should use this lady, this lady for stew, or preserve the seed and propagate it so that we have more chicks from that breed. It looks good. That is the 2 words I have, and that is the take-home assignment from this video. This my cook has been doing great. So guys, I want to end this video here. This is my video stick, and that is my dog right there, the guy who comes in here and terrorizes the flock. But that day I taught her a lesson that she will never forget, because I cannot be putting money onto chicks and buying you as my pet to help me guide the chicks from thieves, and then you come and you want to eat them yourself. The answer is no. I say hell no. So now I think we are done for today. And I'll be waiting to hear from you guys. Whatever thing you say will go a long way to help me become a better poultry farmer. Have a nice day and bye bye.